Welcome to Compound TV.
Okay guys, today we're not just going to blow crap up like we normally do. I'm going to do a review over this rifle. A friend has loaned it to me so that I can go over it and give you guys some history on it and shoot some rounds out of it. It's pretty interesting and it's in pretty good shape. This is the US M1898 Krag-Jorgensen Rifle. It's got a stamp right here on the back of 1901. I believe that's the manufacture date of this particular rifle. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it works. This has a loading gate on the side. You can pretty much just drop your rounds straight in, close the loading gate, and
the rounds cycle around to the top.
They come from the bottom and they feed up, and they're fed in through this side. So pretty interesting. It's definitely in pretty decent shape. If it's really made in 1901, this gun is very, very good shape for what it is. It's a Norwegian design bolt action rifle. It was adopted in 1892 by the US military, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, US military, and it was used in the Spanish-American War. And they had issues with it because it got beat out by the Spanish Mauser because the Mauser took stripper clips. This does not take stripper clips. You have to load each round one at a time. And so it wasn't as fast. And it eventually got replaced with a different Springfield.
It was replaced in 1903 by the M1903.
Yeah.
Springfield
So, M1903. And
there's kind of, you can see the developing pattern where it's just kind of the model and then the year that they put them into production. But
it was replaced because the new one they modeled after the Mauser, and it took stripper clips and was a lot faster.
Okay guys, this is the 3040 Krag cartridge that we will be playing with some today. It has that big lip on the back of the cartridge, you know what I'm talking about?
The rim.
The rim is, you see this in every, not every, but most older guns, all of your Mosins and every variant of those.
I actually know they got rid of that because whenever you're starting to get into semi-automatic fire and something that's not a bolt action, that rim doesn't work. It doesn't feed right. That's why you don't see that on the ammunition we have today.
You got that box? Hold that up. That's this is HSM Game King. I ordered these online from Carolina Munitions, and I will say that this is not an overly common round. If you reload it a lot, I could see, like, reloading these, but just like recreationally, it's really just, it's not a super good caliber to have because it's so hard to come by, and it's not super cheap. I think the cheapest I found them was $1.25, $1.50 a round. The 3040 Krag was developed in the late 1890s, early to late, sometime in the 1890s. It was made for the US military pretty much exclusively to replace the 4570 government. They're looking to get away from that, and it went into trials, in 1892, I think, where they started testing for whether or not the military wanted it. They did accept it, and by 1893, this round was actually accepted as the Gatling gun round. They would use it for their Gatling guns, that's pretty cool. Okay guys, so this is the loading gate for our 3040 Krag. It's got this lip here. Your bolt sits just under it, so you would come over, kick that open, and when you kick that open, it leaves this port, and it's got this little hinge here, helps your rounds roll in. You just pretty much just load them all in. I think it's 5.
Yeah, 5, and you just
and they go in and they fall all the way to the back side of this, and when you snap it shut, it closes them all in. When you open this bolt, see in there, it's got this cut out here. Your rounds come up that side and they feed in at that angle, and they'll feed right up at this angle up into your chamber, and you're good to go. When you eject them, it does have a tendency to come straight up, we've noticed. We'll show some of the stamps. This is all the natural patina of the gun. This is made by Springfield. All of the variants of this rifle was produced by Springfield Armory, which at that time was a big deal with the U.S. military. We pretty much used Springfield everything. This stamp, I don't know if you can see it.
1901.
1901. What's it say? Those letters.
That's not lettering. That's just like a design. Well, maybe it is lettering. I don't know.
Looks like
something.
LJA maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a perfect thin line little kind of wood burnt stamp. It says 1901 on it.
Also,
it does have these flip up sides. Go flip them up. Show them how that works. You can rotate that up and down for your elevation. It has a peep in the back. Here, move your arm and we'll look right down it. Has the peep in the back. It goes to those sides. When you lay them down, you also have this, and then it goes down to your front sight there. So that's pretty much. This particular one has a notch here for your bayonet. We do not have the bayonet with it. I'm not overly surprised by that. That kind of stuff gets lost out of every old gun, as with cleaning rods and kits and stuff. It's got this. I believe this is where your cleaning kit goes. You would pull that open. It's really tight, but there's nothing in that. So we've got the Krag-Jorgensen rifle, and I have a rifle that I thought would be great to compare it to, and that is my Mosin Nagant 9130. Really similar, almost the same length. They have the same kind of sights. This one's a little different because it raises all the way up vertical. But here are the rounds. 30-40 Krag, 7.62 by 54R. Look at those flats.
Yeah. Well, here, I can hold them up just to show. They both have that weird rim. A little bit longer, a little bit fatter. They're both 30 caliber bullets, but the 7.62 is a little bit longer. You get more grains. The biggest difference about these two guns is because they're made about the same time they were made. Is the way that the magazines are. This one is just a straight up and down internal magazine. This one would take stripper clips. That's what makes it faster. That's why this gun got beat out in the Spanish-American War, because it didn't take stripper clips. It's the biggest difference, but real similar guns, real similar rounds, so we're going to kind of compare and contrast with them and shoot them.
Okay guys, so I've got the door open here. We're going to drop these in. And you just shut it. See how it comes up on this side? Feeds right in. It's pretty much the design on how this works. Okay guys, first round I've ever fired out of the 1898 30-40 Krag. Let's see what it does. Surprisingly manageable recoil. I really like this. Let's give it another. Got cut clean through that target. I cut through this like butter.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't go through this.
Really manageable recoil.
Okay, this is the Mosin Nagant 9130, and I just want to show the difference in loading. This has the straight up and down internal magazine, so it feeds straight in. They don't roll around like that Springfield does. I can get it to go in. There. And then whenever you chamber it, straight in. Mosin Nagant, we're going to take some shots with it.
Okay guys, so we're not scientists, so we're going to do redneck science experiments to try to show how much power these put out when they hit this water on the pond. We're going to shoot one round in with the 30-40 Krag, one round in with the Mosin, then we're going to shoot at the same time so you guys have a comparison over which one, you know, makes the biggest splash in the water.
Alright, 30-40 Krag.
Moser. All right, we'll shoot them together now. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty comparable. I'd say about the same. Mosin win.
So we got the Mosin Nagant and the Krag-Jorgensen. We're going to shoot these 2x4s that are connected to this wood stand that we have over there, and we'll see what happens and how the entry and exit wounds are different on the two calibers.
Okay, Mosin's going first. Take your out. Okay, I've seen a lot of mud. I'm going to go ahead and step in and hit the other one with the
Krag-Jorgensen. Jorgensen.
I think I got the sight right where I want it.
It's not very comprehensive though.
This is the 30-40, and it took a nice little chunk out, and then right over here, there's this perfect little bullet hole circle. That is a 7.62x54R out of the Mosin. It is a full metal jacket round, and I think that played a key role, because mind you, these are hunting rounds that I'm shooting out of the 30-40. So.
Lead tipped? Right?
Yeah, lead tipped, so they expanded when they hit the wood. The jacket didn't allow his to do that, so not really, you know, a fair comparison, but I would say I won. Go ahead. There we go. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it's very manageable compared to that thing.
It doesn't kick like the Mosin.
That thing, the Mosin kicks a lot more than this, so.
Yeah, very minimal recoil, I think. Okay guys, so we got this big aluminum block set up over here. We're gonna shoot 30-40 Krag into it and try to see how far this bullet actually penetrates into this like 4-inch thick piece of aluminum. 3-inch thick. Let's see. There you go. Solid 2 inches, 2.5 inches deep. And I can honestly say that I see some jacket, some pieces of lead. I don't see the bullet in this at all, so I don't really know where it went.
Threw it back out. That's what happens when you shoot aluminum.
You see that it's cracked.
It goes in,
peeled
and
back
throws it
out
back
there.
out.
Yeah, in the sunlight you can really see, I don't know if it's coming through in the camera, but it's very, very deep in there.
Mm-hmm.
Did not exit the backside. This is from previous. There's no bulge, but I mean, it's also an enormous piece of aluminum, so. Yeah.
All right, same test with the aluminum. 7.62x54R.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So he shot here, so I turned it, and I hit here, and you can see the jacket and everything, but it bulged the side and it curved. It tried to go downward.
Make sure you show him that bulge on there. Yeah.
It went at this kind of angle when it went in straight and then turned.
Impressive.
Couples that shoot together, stay together. Ready when you are. Straight up.
Got a piece of cement out there. We're just gonna shoot the hell out of it, see what happens.
1, 2, 3, and then we both just go as fast as we can go. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got one more. Hell,
I can bang
straight
it.
pull.
Bang.
You can't straight pull. You can't do a straight pull bolt.
What I will say that I love about this gun is you can run it that fast, and it you don't lose sight picture. I turn my head, I run the bullet, I'm back on. I never had to move my sight, so that's a big deal.
500 Magnum ain't got nothing on that.
Yeah, so the 500 does have a little less
Rifle
explosiveness.
calibers, they do it.
Okay, guys. I said it before. I'll say it again. This is a piece of history. It's incredibly fun to shoot. This bolt runs really good, really fast. It's got plenty of power. Only flaws to it are availability of ammo. But I would say if you can get your hands on one of these, buy one. I've seen these go very high at auction, and even ones in bad shape are selling for a pretty large amount of money. So if you can get a good deal on one, buy it. It's just really neat. It's really cool. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the subscribe button below the video.
It's on there. Click
Somewhere on this page. And give us some comments, give us some feedback. Let us know what else you want to see. I'll see you next time.